As next gen has bashed in our front door, it has brought a few games with it, and in this video I'm going to be focusing on one game, Ryse, Son of Rome for the Xbox One. Let's start off by saying that this game was on my watch list of the next gen games that looked awesome, along with Dead Rising and Killzone. Both of those games didn't turn out too well, but how did this game stand up to those other games? Well, it's just like them, mediocre. And it's not like they didn't have time to make this game, they had plenty of time to make it. In E3 2011 there was a trailer shown for a Kinect game that took place in Rome called Ryse, created by Crytek, where you were the controller, and it looked promising, almost tempting enough to buy a Kinect just to play this game. But 2 years went by and little was heard of this game. Then at E3 2013, bam, out of nowhere, this simple Kinect game was now a third-person hack-and-slash game where you were a commander of this huge army, and you could kick ass. But, in the end, it didn't kick ass. You start as a Roman soldier named Marius, and you come to find that Rome is being overtaken by barbarians. Speaking of barbarians, that's exactly how you can describe this game. Just type in Google what barbarians are, and let's see here. A member of a community or tribe not belonging to one of the great civilizations. That's exactly how I feel this story is. It feels too ambitious for its own good, tackling themes such as you are destined to live a set path in life, or other game cliches such as your family getting murdered so that you're set on a path of vengeance. Towards the end of the game, I actually was excited that it was almost over, even though it does have a rather good plot twist towards the end. I do have to give this game some props for having some rather interesting events towards the end, but it also at the same time makes everything before the game after those events completely trivial. To be honest with you guys, this story to me just felt mediocre, taking a very important time period and making none of it make sense. This game is set on a different timeline than real life and is extremely historically inaccurate. I would have enjoyed a game that is on par with history, like actual huge Roman battles, and it seems that was just simply too much to ask for. Now, I always try to find something good within each aspect of a game, but damn, they gave me little room to talk about the gameplay. Basically, you will be mashing attack and parry button non-stop, hitting an enemy around 4 times and executing them. Like literally. The battles drag on for what seems like an eternity. You'll be fighting the same 2 barbarians, the one with the mohawk and the chubby one. Sometimes you will fight more than one of them at once too. Literally the same character model. Ryse implements a 4 perk system, from doing more damage or gaining health when you complete an execution. Speaking of executions, you will see the same executions over and over again. You can buy more with Valor points, but you will come to see the purchased ones a lot too. There is something that the game calls focus, where you slam your shield on the ground, stunning all enemies, allowing you to wail on them. I actually like this because it allowed me to get finished with the long drawn out battles a lot faster. This mechanic is also sort of broken, because when you use it on bosses, it allows you to destroy them really fast. In the beginning of the game, the combat seems extremely well done, but towards the end it just gets so repetitive. They could have added new mechanics to change up the style of fighting, like more weapons or a new style of fighting actually. To sum up the gameplay, it is extremely repetitive and you will be relentlessly fighting barbarians. It just doesn't feel as good as other hack and slash games like God of War or Devil May Cry. The one thing that this game does perfectly is the presentation. The graphics in this game are completely stunning and they blew me away. It could be argued that this is one of the most beautiful games ever. The environments and character models are so perfect. You can actually feel the emotions within each character's face, and the voice acting just makes it that much better. It feels like the reason they focus mainly on visuals is because it was the launch title, and maybe it was made to sort of show off the graphical capabilities of the Xbox One. To me, in a game, the gameplay should come first, then the story, and finally the graphics. It seems that Crytek did this completely backwards, focusing on the graphics, then the story, then the gameplay. Though the graphics are nice, it is not a reason to purchase the game. This game doesn't feel worth $60. To me, a fair price for this game would be around $30. With $30, you feel like you're truly getting what you paid for. It's funny because games like this 5 years ago would be considered godly, but frankly I do not think this game stands up to today's standards. One of the few things that this game does right that most games do not is that it doesn't overstay its welcome. It's short for a good reason, but that good reason could also be turned around into a bad reason, which it's boring and repetitive. But I guess I shouldn't be judging a launch title so harshly. I don't usually like to give games a rating on a number scale, but if I were to give this game a rating, it would have to be a 5 out of 10. I would recommend watching this from a Let's Player or waiting until this game drops drastically in price. It just didn't live up to the expectations I had, and I feel that this game could have completely blown everyone away. Who knows, this did start out as a Kinect game, but in the end it's just kind of a alright game that you probably shouldn't buy. Hey, I hoped you enjoyed the video, and if you didn't, well, I'm sorry. But you should totally check out the video I did a few weeks ago about the top 10 songs in The Legend of Zelda. But besides that, I hope you guys have a lovely day, and don't forget that I love you. Bye-bye.